Welcome back, folks. Today we got a pretty exciting video. It's actually very, very exciting. Okay, so there are rumors swirling around that the Mets are interested in Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber, another trade with the Cleveland Indians. What do you know? What do you know? So we're going to go through Shane Bieber. We're going to actually look at an article. Then we're going to look at Shane Bieber's numbers. We're going to look at Baseball Savant. And at the end of the video, we'll see what the percentages are. We'll make a prediction what the percentages are that Shane Bieber's coming to New York. But first, if you can like, subscribe. If you love your Mets, do it. You know it. Like and subscribe. This month, I'm telling you right now, is going to be a crazy month. So please stick around. Okay, so let's look at this article first. And the article, okay, so let's give it credit. It's by Pat Ragazzo. So it's titled, New York Mets linked to Cy Young Award winner as the trade deadline looms. Okay, so basically the article starts out, although the New York Mets are playing like sellers, having dropped 6 games, they're 6 games under 500 with the latest loss to the Houston Astros coming on Wednesday. It's hard to envision the team owner Steve Cohen not being a buyer at the trade deadline. The Mets' main issue has been starting pitching. Starting pitching, we all know that. They played like crap. I got a video coming out about why I think the starting pitchers have taken a dive, but stay tuned. Okay. So the Mets desperately need an upgrade in the starting rotation. The starting rotation has pitched to a 5.01 ERA, which is 26th in baseball. And who would have thought? The Mets, they were always known for a strong pitching organization. Okay, so this is why an article written by MLB Insider, Mark Feinstein of MLB.com, linked the Mets to Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Guardians. It looks like the Mets actually have a very good relationship with Cleveland, so I would say that actually would work well with this trade. Okay, so Shane Bieber is coming off of a strong year last year in which he posted a 2.88 ERA and 31 starts. He also logged 200 innings and struck out 198 batters. This season, the righty is pitching to a 5-4 record. He's got a 3.51 earned run ERA across 95 innings. As Feinstein mentions, Cleveland could move Bieber before his expensive final year of arbitration. However, Bieber, who is certainly a fit in the Mets rotation, will likely be pricey if the Guardians make him available on the trading block. All right, well, folks, I know he's going to be pricey, but I don't think he's going to be as pricey as shohei ohtani. So if you can't get shohei, this is your cheaper option. Okay, so Bieber would form a 3-headed monster with Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander atop the rotation. So I mean that's yet to be seen. Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander haven't been anywhere near monsters. But he will cost top prospects or several mid-level prospects. The price for Bieber might be too costly for the Mets at the deadline. So while Bieber would instantly provide a boost in the Mets rotation, the 28-year-old might be unrealistic as a trade option for New York. Okay, my quick prediction about this is... Alright, you know what? I'm going to give our prediction at the end of the video. Let's go into the stats. Shane Bieber. Okay, so Shane Bieber has 1 year left on his contract after this season. So it looks like he's going to be a free agent after the 2025 season. After the 2024 season, I'm sorry. In this year, he's making $10 million, which is nothing. So money is not an issue. And this year, his numbers, as we mentioned, are he's 5-4 with a 3.51 earned run average. He's got a 1.8 WAR, 1.221 WHIP. He's pitched in 15 games, and then digging down deeper. Okay, his strikeouts per 9 is actually very low, and this is actually kind of like I'm a little concerned about. His strikeouts per 9 is 6.5. So you might be thinking he's not a strikeout pitcher. Well, in 2020, when he won the Cy Young, his strikeouts per nine was 14.2. 14.2. So that is a significant decrease. Wow. Okay, and in 2021, so if you're like, maybe that's just an aberration, maybe he just had one lucky year, in 2021, he struck out 12 and a half batters per nine. So he was a very dominant strikeout pitcher. He won the Cy Young in 2020. He came in fourth in the MVP. He's been a two-time All-Star. He won a Gold Glove, so he can field his position. But I believe that is a little alarming. His WHIP in his Cy Young Award-winning year was .866. His WHIP this year is 1.221. So he is getting hit a bit more. Okay, so that is a bit alarming, and he's had a 1.63. He had a phenomenal Cy Young Award winning year. Last year, again, he was 2.88 earned run average. So he would right away be one of our best pitchers. I mean, our best pitcher. What am I talking about? He'd go right above Scherzer and Verlander. I mean, those two aren't being anywhere close to decent. Come on, let's be real. All right, but this is why I want to go to Baseball Savant, because of this concern that I brought up with the K rate. I mean, like, he's literally cut his K rate in more than half. He went from 14 to 6. So what's going on? Okay, so let's go to Baseball Savant. So I'm looking at Baseball Savant for 2023. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so I just pulled up his Baseball Savant numbers, and you know, I'm used to like pulling up Jacob deGrom's number and seeing red all over the place. But if you pull up Shane Bieber's numbers for 2023, it actually leaves a lot to be desired. So if you're into metrics, he actually has very poor numbers on Baseball Savant. Average exit velocity all the way in the blue, 9th percentile. Expected batting average, 9th percentile. K rate, 17th percentile. That's all the way in the blue. Chase rate, he's in the middle, 45. Curve, his spin, he's 20. He's all the way in the blue. That when I say the blue, that means he's poor. Hard hit rate, he's in the 12th percentile. That's all the way in the blue. Slugging percent in the blue, 21 percentile. His walk rate is good. He's in the 70th percentile. That's in the red. His fastball velocity, he's in the 6th percentile, so that velocity isn't there. His extension is good. His expected ERA, bad. His expected barrel is about in the middle, mediocre. His whiff rate is 34, not good. His spin rate is good, 74%. So according to these metrics, he's only got like 2 categories where he's good in. All right, so you're probably like, he was a Cy Young Award winner. How did he do back then? So if we go back to 2020, excuse me, the metrics are 100 times better. Expected batting average, 91st percentile, red. K rate, 98th percentile. Chase rate, 94th percentile. Slugging, expected slugging, 83rd percentile. ERA, expected ERA, 94th percentile. Whiff rate, 98th percentile. Fastball spin, 80th percentile. So, I mean, if you compare his metrics to his Cy Young Award winning year, it's out of this world. So, basically, now let's talk about what we would have to give up. And if you're a Met fan, please like, subscribe. If you love this Mets content, we got a lot of Mets content coming because, again, we love our Mets. We're addicted to our Mets. Let's be honest. Okay, back to it. And you know what? A couple of people brought a couple of WFAN references and about like the new talk host show host with Tiki taking over middays. If anybody's interested in that type of content, please let me know, because you know I used to listen to WFAN all the time. Mike and the Mad Dog back in the day, you know, Joe and Evan. So just please, you know, let me know if you want me to do a video on that. I'm not sure if there's interest, but if there is, I'll definitely do it. Okay, so let's look at the realistic of this trade. Like, do we think this is going to happen? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think, and I'm going to place a very realistic number on this. I think this stands a 50% chance of happening, and 50% is pretty high because we already have a relationship with Cleveland. That's one. We're very desperate for starting pitching. That's two. I think Cleveland, they do like our farm system. You know, Andre Jimenez didn't have a good start of this year, but they've got good value from our team. So they trust our farm system, and like I said, the relationship is there. They know they only have Bieber for another year. They only have him for another year, and every day, every minute that they don't trade him, his value goes down. If they don't trade him at the deadline, there's only going to be a year left of Bieber, and they already made that mistake once with Lindor. So I think that I think they're going to be very desperate to trade him. So the value they're saying might be high, but it may not be as high as once thought, because these numbers, they're indicating something. He's not a strikeout guy. He's not like DeGrom. He's really not. He's a different type of pitcher. He's more location. Like I mentioned, his walk rate is a very good percentile. So he does have control. He does have movement. There are other metrics that make him a good pitcher. You don't always have to be a strikeout pitcher. You could be more like a Tommy Glav and Greg Maddux. Those guys were highly successful too. Different strokes for different folks. So I'm gonna give it a 50%. This is a Shohei Ohtani backup option, and it's not a bad backup option. I love, a couple years ago I did love Shane Bieber. If we get him for the right price, I will love him again. But what do you think? What do you think? Do you think we have a chance of getting him? What would you give up? And let me know. Any other comments, please drop them. Again, like, subscribe. We got a ton of videos coming. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And as always, let's go Mets.